Welcome to TrendTalk podcast today, episode number 8, where we are going to explore the stories and journeys traveled by the experts in the beauty industry. And I am so excited to have you all here with us today. I'm your host, Nasim Balani, and our guest today is a true icon in the beauty industry. Meet Mr. Dino Dilio.
Hello.
You may recognize him from his many expert appearances on Cityline, the daytime program with Marilyn Dennis and Tracy Moore.
That's right.
And Dino has also been national brand spokesperson for the Revlon,
Shoppers
Drug
and
Mart,
the Bay.
and the Bay. With decades of experience and signature style.
Thank you.
And a mission rooted in truth and simplicity. Dino has a wealth of experience and wealth of insight into today's conversation. So thank you so much for joining us,
You're very welcome.
Dino.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. We've got a lot of interesting things to talk about.
Sure.
So let's start from the very beginning.
Okay.
So all experts have a story to share.
Yeah.
And your story, I believe, is the one that many admire. So how did you get started in the beauty industry?
First of all, I come from a family with 3 sisters, and my grandmother was living with us. So there were a lot of women in the house, and I was the only boy, and my father. And back then, the Avon lady would come and actually do my mother's makeup or my grandmother's makeup. Not like today where they're just drop off magazines and you order online.
Right.
And we lucked out because we had this great, I think her name was Sophia, I'm still trying to find out. And she was just so pleasant. Her work was beautiful, but also she wasn't a big push seller. So I kind of thought, this is interesting. You can do makeup, but also there's, the avenue of selling makeup. But it wasn't till, I don't know, I'd say about 10 years later, I had a friend, Louis, and his mother was a model. And one night she was going out and she was doing her makeup, and I said, let me do it. So I did her makeup, and she looks in the mirror and she was very complimentary, and she goes, you should have a career in makeup. And I laughed because I did not know people got paid to do makeup.
Oh, wow.
I just thought it was like, you know what I mean? Like you either know it or you don't.
Yeah.
And so I went to, it was not easy to find makeup schools, but that sort of, she pushed me into the industry. And then I'm from Montreal, and I couldn't work in Montreal because I wasn't bilingual.
Oh.
So they moved here to Toronto. I followed, and I've been here for close to 40 years.
Wow.
I was 2 when I moved here.
Oh, very interesting. Very interesting story and a journey.
Yeah.
So that's what inspired you to get into the beauty industry.
Yeah.
And can you share with us some defining moments? Is that the defining moment you would say? Or?
I would say the Marilyn pushing me and making me realize there's an industry out there that I could be a part of, which opened my eyes.
Wow.
Because I really wasn't good in school. I didn't know. I actually graduated school a carpenter's apprentice because they didn't know what to do with me. Because back then, when you ask somebody what you want to be when you grow up, they go doctor, lawyer, fireman, nurse.
Exactly.
Now it's like, I want to be a model. I want to be an influencer. I want the choices are way bigger than
different.
ever.
Yes.
And I didn't know about it until I moved here and how it's all evolved.
Right. That leads me to the next question, which is a little, which goes with your response right now, is that you must have seen beauty industry evolve over the number of years.
Yeah.
So what trends excite you the most, and how do you maintain, or how do you keep current with the trends and the new techniques? And how is social media and technology changing the way you work?
The first thing I'd say is social media is really important. Actually, I just had recently, about 2-3 months ago, I had my Instagram hacked.
Okay.
So I'm starting all over again. Oh. And that was a big pain because I had a really nice account. I had some really great posts and, some wonderful stuff on there. And it really kind of put me in a bad mood about social media. But you can't ignore social media if you want to be in business.
Exactly.
But also it goes back to, I met a wonderful woman about, 10, 15 years ago. And she called herself a nerd, but she was a tech. Okay. And I asked her to help. I remember hiring her just to help me with Excel. But then she came and saw my business and she saw how behind I was. So she recreated my website. She created a point of sale system. Like, she was amazing. Okay. Then there's a little story coming later in our interview, but unfortunately she passed away about 4 or 5 years ago. But I always watched her work. And I feel like she's here when I work. And sometimes I'm like doing, and I'm not that good, but I've learned, right?
Yes.
But I always look up and I go, you help me.
Somebody's there to support
because
you.
now I can I can load on products on my website. I can, like, there's so much to do. It can really take you over.
Let's shift to the heart of your work, your clients. And you've worked with so many different kinds of people, from celebrities to models to dignitaries to brides. And the list can go on.
The list does go on, because I think there's a time in your life where, well, first of all, either A, you want to look specifically special, like a wedding or a graduation, all the important things in a woman and man's life. But then there's also, we're living in a world now where you don't get a lot of help when you walk into the places that sell makeup. It's mostly pressure sales, right? No one's going to, it's just not where I came from. When I was trained, I could do all ages, all skins, all nationalities. Anyone we were trained to do, anyone that sat in our chair, we could make them look good and feel good. And the products sold themselves. Okay, because they liked what they saw. Whereas now, you just hear it's just nonsense. Like, I was at one place recently, just kind of listening. And I thought, oh my God, it's so different. They're not even listening to the client.
So I wanted to ask about the client experience, right? So how do you, build trust and maintain their trust? And how do you deal with a difficult client or a dissatisfied customer?
First of all, I think by being on Cityline for 29 years, it gave me incredible exposure and it helped me grow my business. That's why I opened the studio and also created my own makeup line. So I think that's part. But the thing about unhappy clients is that you have to, I would say, communicate, support, and resolve. Okay? You have to stay on board. But I don't get many unhappy clients. I think I've dealt with 2. But I just always remember, because I used to work at a spa back in the 90s at the Miralander Spa. So I had a lot of customer service experience and a lot of difficult clients where you have to placate them and it was just, so it's it's a skill that I think a lot of people in sales should go back and learn, that they're not being taught how to deal with a customer.
And what kind of advice would you give to someone prior to booking your service so they know what to expect when they get in?
First of all, I have a really very comprehensive website. So sometimes I think it's too long, but I want to make sure they know what they're coming for. They know what they book. If they're not sure, then I always do a Zoom call with them, because it allows me consultation and allows me to see them and hear them and hear what their expectations are. Okay. And I think I can read people pretty well now to know, okay, maybe this service is better for you as opposed to this one. This might be too much for you right now. So why don't we start with a smaller, like a mini makeup lesson.
That's excellent.
As opposed to the big makeup lesson.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Let's talk business now.
Sure.
I was intrigued by your mission statement, and I talked a little bit about it in my introduction. Can you elaborate on that and tell us how it comes to life?
Mission statements, I think, are a little out of control as well, especially in the cosmetic industry, because so many people that are writing them are not experts, they're copywriters or they're influencers. I don't know. And I feel like they don't do a good job, because when I was representing different makeup brands, I was sent a lot of makeup because they hoped that I would show it on Cityline. And I honestly would have so much makeup. And I would read the paperwork that would come with the what they call fact sheets. And I'd be reading it and I'd be thinking, I don't know what they're saying. And it's a mascara. There's certain things you can say about a mascara, right? Seriously. So I wanted mine to be really, really clear, and also sort of to counteract what is going on in the industry. So I think I brought it. There's a couple things I said that, help over hype. Facts over fiction. Let me see my notes.
Truth and simplicity.
There you go. Truth and simplicity. Yeah.
It really caught my attention.
Yeah, because everyone's confused.
Yes.
Especially women over 40.
Simple, elegant, and profound.
Sophisticated with a little sass.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. I really liked it.
Thanks.
I was in HR, and so I was working with them all the time,
yeah,
right? So
yeah.
that really helps. So how did you, your business, because you have a business at a professional level as well as the personal level. So how did you come up with build your business and brand in such a competitive market?
I was working, I'm trying to remember. I was working at the spa when I was invited to come on Cityline. And then I think after about, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, I wanted out. I wanted to work in the industry. And so I was doing TV. I hated film. Oh my God. But TV, I didn't mind working with. Fashion, I always had done.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, it was like, I got bored of it. Because you're sitting around a lot of times, right? Yeah. You do your makeup, and then I'm just sitting around touching you up. I'm bored.
Oh, okay.
So I thought, I need to do something else. I need to help people. So I took a couple courses, and I said, I'm going to open up a private shop, private studio in my home.
That's my next question.
Okay. and I started seeing clients, specializing in lessons, but also doing anyone that wanted to have makeup done. And then not long afterwards, when I used to do lessons, I would make a chart and I would say to you, okay, go buy Revlon this, go buy MAC this. And they go, I don't want to. Why don't you have your own makeup line?
Oh, okay.
So it's like, well, I've done this for other people because I used to be a consultant and help people with their branding and their makeup lines. So I said, I can do that for myself. So I did.
Oh, wow. Wonderful.
And it's grown.
Amazing.
I think we're up to 45 products now on the website. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to ask you was, all your businesses, like your
Freelance,
your entrepreneur, like a freelancing, your DDB brand,
yes,
and your private studio teaching class.
Yeah.
So you touched a little bit about your makeup line and your studio, but can you elaborate on what each of these ventures, what kind of services are you providing to them?
Primarily, you can come for a makeup application, if you're going out or whatever, or a lesson. I don't do all the crazy eyebrow treatments that are going on, this laminated baloney.
Oh, okay.
Jesus, honestly. I stay close to classic.
Right.
I mean, I was a little spin in there, if somebody wants a little more funk, I'll give it to them.
All right.
But yeah, I'd say that's pretty much it.
Here, a lot of humility come through, and your dedication and your passion behind your work. So that's very obvious.
Thank you. Yeah, I do feel, because as I said earlier, I actually specialize in older women because they were going to places and not being served, being ignored.
Yes.
They would walk into the store and nobody would come to help them. And I know why. It's because these people that work in the stores never went for makeup training and don't know how to deal with mature skin.
So there's still hope for people.
Oh, I think there's hope for everybody, seriously. I mean, makeup, it just is too bad that this is what's going on. So that's what inspired me to say, no, I want to help people. I always said there's two kinds of makeup artists. The ones that are true artists that just want to paint. So they would work in fashion, probably more fashion. They wouldn't probably fit into TV and film, but often they do cross over. And then there's the ones that want to actually share their secrets and help you. Because sometimes I've been on set with other artists and an actor would say, oh, I'd love you to show me how to do makeup. Do you do lessons? And they go, no.
Oh, okay.
I don't do lessons. I don't share what I just do what I do. I don't share what I know.
Yeah. And you talked a little bit about technology and how it helps grow your business. So that goes without saying, right?
Yeah, it's really important. It's as frustrating as it is. I think I don't know if I said it yet, but I had my Instagram account hacked.
Yes, you just mentioned
and it's been real.
Yeah.
It's been a nightmare.
Yeah.
I'm starting all over again.
And AI hasn't even fully been implemented, so we still have to look forward to that.
I haven't dedicated any time for learning that yet.
Right. So you've shared a lot of wisdom with us. I would love to hear your advice for the next generation. What kind of advice would you give to someone who is getting started into the beauty industry?
Okay, that's a really good question, and I remember reading it too, because There's a lot, like when I started makeup, there were no makeup schools. Okay, I was lucky to find a modeling agency that had a night course, and I lucked out with a really great teacher.
Okay.
But otherwise, there was nothing. I don't think the schools started here in Toronto till about the 80s, because I used to work at Complexions International, the original, and it was great. It was a great school. Now, I always stay on top. Now, when you go, the schools are very different. And often most of them are really behind. So you have to do your research. You have to, like, if there's a school you want to go to, you got to take a tour. You should talk to students to find out what their experience has been.
Okay.
And also, some people put it down, but there's a lot of great stuff on YouTube, and you can start to learn that way and practice on your own. And that's the other thing too. I say practice. Because when I was teaching, they would be exhausted after doing one makeup. And I go, honey, sometimes we need to do 20 makeups in a day. Oh my
goodness, yeah.
So you got to work on your timing and have an energy bar.
Very good advice. Very good advice. Thank you so much for sharing
for
that.
sure.
Yeah. What impact do you want to leave on the...
I've been waiting for this question.
Yeah.
Well, over the last 15 years, I've been writing a makeup book.
Okay.
And it's called Let's Face It. And we're very close to publishing it.
Okay.
It will start as an ebook on Amazon and all those platforms. And then eventually we'll print a hard copy. And it's kind of coming back, not kind of, it is. A lot of research went into it.
Yeah.
Going back to the classical techniques. Because what I notice on YouTube with these young, new people is obviously they're reading makeup books, and some of them go way, way back. And what they're doing is they're putting it on YouTube with a different spin. But that spin is not beneficial for people looking for help. It's more artistic. You know, they take great license in how they create the content. So I'm coming back and delivering the original.
Just the basics.
The basics, the beauty basics of classic makeup. Like a base, like this is your face shape. This is what you do. These are your eyes, how big, the size, the shape, the color, everything. And we cover every feature, nose, lips, and we break it down with graphs, like geometric graphs. So you can literally know where to put your makeup.
Oh, wow.
You know?
That's amazing.
It's going to be, it's time.
Really amazing. Really amazing.
It's time.
So did we talk about your freelance work? Is that what...
There's not a lot I do much. I've been doing a lot of, actually, I should say this was a really big honor. Last year, I was hired to be the makeup designer for the Lacage show in Stratford.
Wow.
So that was a really great contract. And wonderful experience.
So you go and you...
So what I had to do is, in theater, a makeup artist is hired to teach the actors how to do their makeup for the show.
Wow, amazing.
And because this was a drag show, I had to teach, I think, 9 male dancers how to do drag makeup.
Oh my goodness.
Because in theater, they do their own makeup, right?
Right.
So I did that through workshops. I'd go in every once in a while, and I also did Zoom. Zoom was a big help. And it was a wonderful experience.
Oh, that's amazing.
And it's, you know, it's just the industry's changing in Toronto. It just seems like, especially in the photo world and stuff, it's getting small because people are doing it themselves. They're not hiring artists anymore or photographers. You know, I can do it with my phone.
Yeah. There's so much, devices available, right? Yeah.
Like I just found an app yesterday. It was like, oh, wow, that would make my life easy. Taking pictures of products. Like I was frustrated last week for like 2 hours. Yeah. And now there's an app where you just take it, you put it in, it changes the background, it brightens it up, and makes it look like $1 million bucks.
Very technologically.
Oh my God, it's so much work.
So this has been very interesting. I don't want to wrap it up, but we have to wrap it up.
Oh, okay. That was fast.
Yeah, I know. So much information.
Yeah.
But before we do that,
sure.
And you've accomplished so much in your career, in your business, in your brand. What's next for you? The makeup book?
The book and slowing down.
Oh, okay.
Reducing my work hours, my work days, enjoying a little more personal time.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, because you go at a fast pace in this industry. If you don't stay up with the pace, you're not going to survive.
Right.
But I think I've reached a point where I can, control what's come my way and prepare for the future.
Yeah. Do you want to add anything?
Oh gosh, you really covered everything. Yeah. Like seriously. Hi, Mom.
Okay. So where can people find you if they want to book a service with you?
Yeah, DinoDilio.com.
Thank you so much.
That's where you should start.
Thank you. And I want to thank you so much, Dino, for coming and sharing your story, your insight, and your authenticity.
Thank you very much.
It has been wonderful.
It's been a pleasure
so
for
much
me
for
too.
sharing. I'm sure there are people out there who might be aspired one day to follow your footsteps and your journey.
Well, I'll give me a call. I might help
and that
put
would
you
be
in
a
the right
compliment for
direction.
you.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
And to the listeners, I want to thank you, everybody, for being with us here today. Follow us on our social media platforms. And if you like today's episode with Dino Dilio, please visit his website and leave us a review. And until next time, stay radiant.
Yeah, stay radiant and luminous.
Right. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Yeah.